Yeah, it's a new low, even for people involved with ESPN accusing little girls of racial bias. But Monica McNutt is one of those WNBA media members that walks around. I don't care what she says. She's got real venom and animosity towards Kate.
Here's a rewritten version of the transcript that's clear, engaging, and easy to follow for an audience aged 30 to 70. This week, ESPN analyst Monica McNutt stirred up major controversy with a surprising comment about rising basketball star Caitlin Clark. While discussing the sport, McNutt claimed that many young girls look up to Clark mainly because of her race. The reaction was swift. Fans, parents, and fellow analysts pushed back hard, calling her words divisive and unfair. Her comment came at a time when the WNBA is more popular than ever, drawing record-breaking viewership and showcasing fans from all walks of life. McNutt appeared to regret the remark as criticism quickly rolled in, showing just how out of step her comment was with the league's growing and diverse fan base.
Now she's being called out for it. She had said some ridiculous things during an interview, and people just can't believe this, frankly. But it's where we're at. ESPN, I guess, I don't know what they would do if they couldn't race bait at this point. I don't know that they've got another pivot in them at all. And again, this is one of the reasons so many people are turning off ESPN, and shows like Around the Horn are getting canceled.
Here's what happened, and why it caused such a stir. During a recent segment on ESPN, Monica McNutt made a surprising claim about Caitlin Clark's growing popularity in the WNBA. She said that a big reason young girls admire Clark is because of her race. That single comment set off a wave of backlash. Many saw it as unfair and dismissive, especially given how Clark's talent and work ethic have inspired fans of all backgrounds.
Commercially viable.
Two things. I think it has to show up in our storytelling, and it has to be encouraged by our families.
Yeah.
To me, right? And so, covering the WNBA this past season, Caitlin Clark's rookie year, for all of the conversation that surrounded her, some which was fair and some which wasn't, the one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her. Little girls with their parents, and the fervor and the energy there.
Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?
Well, I was just about to say same thing for Angel Reese when I had a chance to cover their games. But I think Caitlin represented, and again, some of this to me probably is not fair to her because it was not anything that she said or was truly based on her personality, but she was a white girl from the middle of America. And so she represented a whole lot to a lot of people, whether that is truly what she prescribed to or not.
Monica McNutt recently sparked major backlash with comments she made during an ESPN segment about Caitlin Clark's growing influence in the WNBA. She began by acknowledging the excitement Clark generates, saying, "I can't deny how many little girls are showing up to see her, with their parents, full of energy and excitement." But then came the statement that shocked many viewers. McNutt added, "Caitlin was a white girl from the middle of America, and she represented a lot to a lot of people." While she noted that Clark herself hadn't said or done anything to push that image, her remarks were seen by many as reducing Clark's popularity to a matter of race. The response was immediate and intense. Fans were stunned that McNutt seemed to suggest that young girls were following Clark not because of her incredible skill, but because of her race. Critics argued that McNutt crossed a line by bringing innocent children into the debate, implying their admiration for a player might be racially motivated. For many, this wasn't just a hot take, it felt like an unfair and uncomfortable accusation aimed at both Clark and the young fans who simply love the game.
Instead of appreciating Clark for leading the WNBA out of the abyss and into the mainstream conversation, mean girls and race clowns met her with resistance.
Here's a clear, engaging, and simplified rewrite of your full piece, tailored for a 30 to 70-year-old audience, with natural language and a human tone, while keeping all the key points intact. Let's take a closer look at why Monica McNutt's recent comments about Caitlin Clark caused such an immediate and intense reaction across the basketball world. During a segment on ESPN, McNutt said that young girls are drawn to Clark not because of her basketball talent, but mainly because she's white. Many people found this claim upsetting, especially since it seemed to ignore Clark's incredible skills, record-breaking performances, and electrifying style of play, instead of focusing on Clark's deep three-pointers, sharp passes, and exciting presence on the court. McNutt brought race into the discussion. That's a risky move, especially at a time when the WNBA is enjoying record-breaking growth in viewership, attendance, and merchandise sales, much of it driven by Clark's arrival in the league. Rather than celebrating the positive momentum and new fans Clark is bringing to the game, McNutt's comments stirred up division. And they didn't reflect what's actually happening. The crowds showing up at WNBA games are incredibly diverse. People from all backgrounds are packing arenas to watch Clark play, not because of her race, but because she's changing the game. Clark's talent is what's driving the excitement. She's been a standout since her college days at Iowa, where she was already setting records and attracting huge audiences. Her rise didn't start in the WNBA, and it definitely wasn't about race. It was about jaw-dropping skills and highlight reel moments. Social media lit up after McNutt's remarks. One person summed up the backlash by saying, "If you have a problem with Caitlin Clark, just say it, but don't ignore her skills." Others pointed out that players like Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, also white, were popular too, but they didn't draw the same massive attention. Clark's reach goes further because her style of play is unique and thrilling. She's doing for women's basketball what Steph Curry did for the NBA, stretching the court, hitting deep threes, and changing the way the game is played. Fans love her not because of who she is, but because of what she does on the court. And here's the core issue. McNutt seemed to apply an adult lens of racial politics to kids, implying that little girls choose who to cheer for based on race. But that's just not how kids think. They cheer for players who inspire them, who play with energy, and who do things on the court they've never seen before. This moment highlights a broader problem in sports media, a growing focus on identity politics rather than athletic performance. As the WNBA continues to grow, many believe the spotlight should stay on what matters most, basketball skills, not race-based narratives. At the end of the day, when fans watch Caitlin Clark, they're not thinking about her background, they're watching her shoot from the logo, make no-look passes, and fire up her team. That's the beauty of sports. It brings people together. And that's the direction women's basketball is heading, united by talent, not divided by labels. So, what's your take? Should commentators stick to the game and leave race out of it? Share your thoughts below, and if you believe sports should bring us together, not pull us apart, don't forget to subscribe.
Now she's being called out for it. She had said some ridiculous things during an interview, and people just can't believe this, frankly. But it's where we're at. ESPN, I guess, I don't know what they would do if they couldn't race bait at this point. I don't know that they've got another pivot in them at all. And again, this is one of the reasons so many people are turning off ESPN, and shows like Around the Horn are getting